I have felt that after the first 6 months or so, definitely after the first year, when the returns start coming in. So it's traditionally publishing, they send books to bookstores, they sit on the shelves for a while. With fantasy, my books will be on the shelves longer than some other genres that have higher churn, but those books don't sell. The bookstore sends the book back to the publisher, and there's the returns, and you'll see that negative number on your royalty reports because they take it out of the sales that had happened. And so by that time, I do start to feel like the publisher's just kind of given up, like they're not doing anything else really. And that's disheartening. And for me, it's like, okay, these books are here, they're great. And if people find them, that's wonderful. But I haven't felt that trying to promote the backlist of my trad pub books would make any sense. Like I said, running ads doesn't really make any sense because who knows what's going to happen. No, with the series, there would be book bubs for book one and maybe some pricing promotions for book one occasionally, but I haven't seen anything like that in a couple of years. And I finished the last book in that series came out, I guess 2021. And so, you know, that series is done. They've moved on to all their new books and it's there. It's not out of print or anything, but at some point, if the sales drop, then it would go out of print and all of those things would happen. I think these days they don't let things go out of print very often. It's a contractual thing. So it's like if your book doesn't sell 200 copies in the year or something like that, but at that point, they might do a sale and get some copies sold, and so they can continue to hold the rights. But you do feel like the books kind of do get abandoned at a certain point. And I can still mention them and talk about them and hopefully word of mouth and kind of just trusting that as my new books come out, if I have a reader who really falls in love with it, then they will go and search out the backlist. And I do see that anecdotally happening. I'll get messages to that effect like, oh, I saw this new book that's being promoted by my new publisher. And I went back and I'm reading all the old books. And that's kind of just that's one of the things that goes on. So yeah, for me, I mean, I could post about it. I've thought about just posting to my list, new newsletter members might not have read my backlist. So I can continue doing those kinds of internal promotions. But as far as any sort of campaign or focusing a lot of energy on that, that's not something that I had thought about doing.